Hello, everybody. This is Max, and today we're going to take a look at the Canadian general election as the results come in. And I'm recording. I wish I'd be recording this video live to make like a live stream, but apparently for that your channel needs to reach at least 1,000 subscribers. At least that's what I was being told. If you know more about it, please let me know because I'd really love to do some streams in the future. Anyway, now let's just look at what actually interests us, and that is who is going to be the next Prime Minister of Canada. Alright? Now, let's take a look at this map. It's called Decision Canada, has a pretty cool logo as you can see up here. Quite fun. And up here are all the Canadian parliamentary seats, and here you can see the amounts of seats each party has won so far. 1 for the Greens, 7 for the Bloc Québécois, 8 for the NDP, 27 for the Conservatives, and 64 for the Liberals. And down here you see the popular vote so far. I believe the Populist Party of Canada is up. That was expected in the polling aggregate, and I also expected Trudeau to win. However, I thought that the Bloc Québécois would fare better than that. This district here in the north of Quebec, that used to be a Bloc Québécois seat, now it's an NDP seat. The NDP will probably build up upon their margin from last time. The Conservatives, I thought, would do so as well, but everything's still possible. I'm not going to say anything, but this district here, it's very rural, and it was Conservative in the last election, but it has been called for the Liberal Party now. So I also don't know whether the Conservatives will do better or worse than they did last time. It will be interesting to see how the results come in, though. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do... This video will take quite a while. Now, I think in order to oversimplify how all of this is going to influence Canada's being as a nation in the future is every single riding, that's how the Canadians call their districts, sends a representative to Parliament. And you don't need to reach an absolute majority. A simple plurality is enough to become Prime Minister. But of course, a majority government always fares better than a minority government. And I don't think there will be any coalitions possible, mostly because if Justin Trudeau has a plurality, he won't try to get together with the NDP or the Bloc Québécois because they don't really like either of them. And the Conservatives, well, they might, and by now it's really, really unlikely, but they still have a slight chance to actually pull this off. If they'd win a plurality of the seats, then O'Toole would become Prime Minister, who's not really conservative for American standards. But yeah, there was a short update right now. We got some more districts that were being called, and I think we might take a closer look at Quebec and Ontario, because there's definitely more orange on this map than on the 2019 map. I could pull it off. I could actually display the 2019 map right here. Yeah, okay, so here we got the last Canadian election map, where Justin Trudeau won, and that's how it looked like. Now, as of right now, there's some districts that already flipped. Now, I already mentioned that O'Toole, the Conservative leader, is a more liberal Conservative. I think that's the appropriate way to say it. He is very moderate, and therefore it makes sense that he's doing slightly better in those Atlantic districts that usually vote for Liberals, that have lots of moderate voters, and that are now swinging Conservative. This one here just flipped from last time. However, at the same time, O'Toole's costing the Conservative votes in the western provinces, where lots of people will probably support this Maxime Bernier guy. Wait a second, let me close the door in my room. Hey. Now, lots of people will be supporting Maxime Bernier in the western provinces, who's to the right of the Canadian Conservative Party. He's the leader of the PPC, the People's Party of Canada, which is like the Tea Party but in Canada. And yeah, so everything's still possible, but one big winner is already solid, and that is the New Democratic Party, they lost quite a lot of seats in 2019. Overall 15. They used to be pretty big though. There was a time where the NDP was in fact ahead of the Liberal Party. Just take a look at this map, it's insane. And they might celebrate their big comeback tonight because it's actually looking quite good for them so far. You just gotta take a look at all those districts who were Bloc Québécois back in 2019 and who are now NDP. I mean, this big one, I already pointed it out. But also, there's one district right here that also flipped. Yeah, this one, Berthier, Maskinonge, and they also gained some seats in Ontario. Yeah, but the Liberal Party, they also got quite some successes at it right now. I think Justin Trudeau will hold this thing. He's going to be the winner of tonight. But the NDP also will gain lots of seats. And since the PPC is doing pretty well so far, it wouldn't surprise me if they win 1 or 2 ridings as well. However, the Green Party has already won a riding somewhere, despite the fact that they are only at 3% in the popular vote. So, yeah, maybe the PPC also win one. Who knows? The Conservative Party and the Liberal Party, however, will be the top 2 contenders tonight. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. And what will be really interesting to find out is how good does the Bloc Québécois do? Because they are also a fairly new party in the state of Canada. If you look at past election results, they weren't really a thing until relatively recently, so they always won a seat here and oh, well, that's weird. Anyway, I'm totally losing myself. The Bloc Québécois is a party that has been around for quite a while. I got that wrong, but they did do better in the past, and today just doesn't seem to be the night in which they'll prove Quebec and nationalism is popular or something. Today they're not doing very well. Well, I think I basically almost said all the important things about... Wait a second, now this one's flipped to the New Democratic Party. They had already called it for the Liberals. Well, maybe this website just isn't too accurate. Anyway, this is my first video on this. I wanted to analyze the results as they come in, but I absolutely will make another one tomorrow morning or later tonight explaining how the final results ended up going down. So far, however, it's pretty safe to say that Justin Trudeau is going to win, and that especially the New Democratic Party was able to make some improvements. Now this district has flipped as well. I'm really getting insane. This app is crap. They make their calls way too early. Really. Anyway, who cares? Now, this is my first video for now, and we'll check in later tonight as well. Have a good day. See you next time.